Everyone, welcome back to YouTube classes. It's Divya here with class 11 physics practical. So in our practical related videos we were being understanding about the equipments, and in the last video we have seen about meter bridge. Now today in our class we are going to do a new equipment that is your related to your optics, that is your lens related experiment. So let us see what is the experiment. Apparatus. Now this is the apparatus you are going to get into your knowledge today. That is, this is known as your optical bench. This apparatus you call it as your optical bench. This bench is usually used for experiments related to your lenses. Okay, experiments related to your lenses, you are going to use this optical bench. In this optical bench, you can see two pinpoints here and one lens stand. And in two rods in one rod, you will be having readings from 1 to 100. As you see in this figure, you will be having readings from 1 to 100. I told you will be having two pinpoints like this. Out of this, one you are going to set it at the 0 reading. See, you can see the readings here in this road is under. So out of this, you are going to set one pinpoint at the 0 reading for almost all the experiments, and you are going to stand near your 100 reading edge. Okay, out of your optical bench. And this is the lens stand you are having in your optical bench. In this lens stand, you can see a screw here. This top part, it is movable up and down. You can move it up and down and put your lens in between this. In between this, you can keep your lens and tight your tight your screw so that your lens will be fixed there. Once you take the readings from your rod, make sure you don't stand on the sideways and take the reading. Stand right in front of your readings line and take your reading properly for U and V. And when your pointed edges, this steel rod here which you can see on the top, it is actually movable. You can see a screw here, isn't it? When you lose this one you can take it out. The steel part or the pointed part you can take it outside, but you have to adjust it. Both the steel rods or the pointed edges you can have to adjust in such a way that almost both are having the approximately almost same length. And when you come to the bottom part of your optical bench, you can see a portion here, isn't it? Both the sides. So here you are having a screw. Before you start your experiment, adjust your screw and make sure the screw is proper and your stand is at the same height at both the ends, or this optical bench is going to be straight. Not one side down and one side up. Make sure you adjust the screws and it is all in this horizontal plane. It is going to be in the same height without any height differences for your bottom screw where you're going to keep your optical bench straight. So this is all you are going to do for in your first and second chapter. You are learning your error analysis, isn't it? So these are all for you to avoid your error analysis, or to avoid maximum error. Now all the three, whether it be a lens stand or your print points, these are all movable in this to and fro in this road. See, for that you are having one screw here. This you can lose. For all the three you are having, this you can lose and you can move it. And in this you are having a reading mark also accordingly. On all the three you are having. So accordingly where you want to place it from 0 to 100, you can lose it, move it to and fro, adjust, keep it in the whatever readings you want to keep, and then you can take the readings for your experiments accordingly, whatever experiments you are going to do it. Now when you talk about your experiments, first you have to see you are having different 10 focal length of 10 and 15 lenses you are having, isn't it? So in your lab you are having those two values, 10 for focal length 10 and focal length 15. So whenever before you do your experiment, the first and foremost thing you have to do is, using your lens you have to take the rough focal length always, and whatever drawing tables, tabular columns you are going to make above your lens experiment, write first what is the rough focal length you have taken, and this rough focal length, you are going to take it with your you will be given a meter scale, and clearly it will be shown to you, demonstrated to you once you reach the for your practical classes. Rough focal length with directly with the lenses you are going to take it, that is using your distant object method. Okay, so using a distant object, nothing where you're having a good light that is open near to your windows, you are going to move your lenses up to and fro, so that you will focus on a particular object and you will get a clear image of your object on your screen, or usually on your wall, somewhere in the wall or a screen, wherever you are going to, and you are going to take the distance from the wall to your lens using a meter scale. Approximately you will get the rough focal length, and always that is mandatory, that rough focal length you are going to write it on the top of your tabular column always. And after that you are going to do the experiments with your optical bench. There also you will find out the focal length. If those two focal lengths are approximately the same, you are going to get, then that is your rough focal length and your calculated one, then your experiment will be correct. Okay, and one more thing, you're having graph also, and once you come to your practical periods, make sure you have your graph book with you. That is very important. Almost all the experiments you need to draw a graph. So this is all the basics about your optical bench, and there are so many things that you have to note with this optical lens and optical bench and your lens experiments that will be explained to you once you reach your lab. With this I am winding up this topic, that is optical bench. So till we see in the next class, stay safe, take care, and bye.